Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera, my students. So I hope that you guys are in great condition and in a great health. So is everyone okay today?
Yes, we are very okay, teacher.
Alhamdulillah. Alright, so have you taken your breakfast?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, so before we proceed with our class today, I would like to draw something on the whiteboard first. So give me a moment. Okay. Okay, so can anyone guess what is this drawing is about?
Me, teacher.
Yes, Raiha?
It seems like a cell.
Okay, what type of cell?
I think red blood cell.
Yes, Khadidah, you are right. So this is a red blood cells. And then do you guys know that we have several types of blood group? You know?
Me, teacher, I think it's about 3 or 4 maybe, teacher.
Almost there. So basically, we have 4 types of blood group, which is blood group A, blood group B, AB, and also O. So why is it important for us to know what is our blood group? It is because in case of an emergency where you need a blood transfusion, it is very important for you to get an compatible blood donor. Because let's say that if you get an incompatible blood, and then your blood, the blood from the donor can clump, and then it will be fatal. And for your information, okay, so among the 4 types of blood group, the most common type of blood group in this world are known as O blood group. And then the most rare blood group in the world is known to be AB blood group. Okay, so since you guys have known about the types of the blood group, and basically today we are going to learn subtopic 10.5, which is about blood groups of humans. And then the objective of today's lesson is that at the end of this class, students should be able to recognize blood group ABO. Students should be able to correlate blood group ABO with blood donation and describe about rhesus factor and its incompatibility in pregnancy. So is everyone ready?
Yes!
Alright, so let's move on.
Yeah.
Alright students, so now we are going to learn about the blood group, which is about the antigen and also antibody that contained in the blood. Alright, so the first thing is that you have to know what is antigen and what is antibody. Antigen, it can be found on the surface of the red blood cells. Okay, while the antibody, as we know, the function of antibody is to fight disease and also to fight foreign substance that enter into the bloodstream. Okay, so the function of that is the function of the antibody. But antibody, it cannot be found on the surface of the red blood cells, but it can be found in the blood serum. Okay, so far is everyone okay?
Yes.
Alright, so let's start with blood group A. Okay, so let's say that I am an A blood group individual. So on my red blood cells, I have antigen A. Okay, since I have antigen A, it means that I can donate and I can receive blood from A individual. It means that I am always compatible with other individual that is also A blood group. Okay, so that is for antigen. While for antibody, even though I have antigen A, I also have my antibody. My antibody is anti-B. It means that I cannot receive blood from people with B blood group. Because let's say that if I receive the blood from B individual, then my blood will clump, so it will be fatter. So that's how it works. Okay, so proceed with B blood group. For B blood group, so let's say that Shamil is an B blood group individual. Okay, so Shamil on the red blood cell, on Shamil's red blood cells, it will have the antigen B. It means that Shamil can receive and can donate his blood to B individual. Okay, and Shamil also have antibody. So what do you think the antibody of Shamil's blood?
A. Antibody A.
Okay, so what does it mean?
He cannot receive from person who have A blood group.
Okay, well done, Lisa. Thank you. Yes, that is correct. It means that Shamil cannot receive blood from A individual. So since I am A individual, I cannot give my blood to Shamil. And Shamil also cannot receive my blood. Okay, alright. So proceed with AB blood group. Okay, before that, the first thing is that you have to know people with AB blood group is considered as universal recipient. What does recipient mean?
You can
Yes. So it means that people from AB blood group can receive blood from everyone. So that is why it is known as a universal recipient. So let's say if Raiha is AB blood group, Raiha can receive blood from A blood group, Raiha can receive blood from B, from AB, and also from O. So that what make Raiha a universal recipient. But Raiha can only give her blood to those who are also AB blood group. Okay, Raiha can receive blood from everyone, but Raiha can only give her blood to people with AB blood group. Okay, so now what about the antigen of AB blood group? What is the antigen that must have on the surface of the red blood cells of AB individual?
A and B.
Yes, that's right. Thank you. Okay, so for the antibody, since Raiha is an AB blood group, Raiha is known as a universal recipient. It means that Raiha can receive blood from everyone. So does Raiha need antibody?
Maybe no.
Yeah, it's no, because let's say that if Raiha have antibody, let's say that Raiha has anti-B. So it means that Raiha cannot receive blood from B group. So it doesn't make Raiha a universal recipient. Okay? So people with AB blood group does not have any antibody, since it can receive from everyone. Okay? So far, okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay. So let's proceed with O blood group. Okay. O blood group is considered as a universal donor. What does donor mean?
You can give blood.
Okay. Thank you so much, everyone. Yes, it means that people with O blood group can give her or his blood to everyone. So let's say that Khalidah is an O blood group individual. Khalidah can give her blood to A, to B, to AB, and also to O. But Khalidah can only receive blood. Okay, if she ever need a blood transfusion, she can only receive blood from O blood group. Okay, so that what make Khalidah is a universal donor. She can give it to everyone, but she can only receive from O blood group. So do you think what is the antigen of O blood group?
No antigen.
Clever. Thank you so much. So there is no antigen at all. While for the antibody, since Khalidah can only receive blood from O individual, what is the antibody for Khalidah's blood group?
I think it's A and B.
Correct, Shamil. Thank you so much. Yes. Why is it A and B? This is because Khalidah can only receive blood from O. So that is why the antibody in Khalidah's body will be anti-A and anti-B. She cannot receive blood from A and also B individual. So can everyone digest what have I taught you so far?
Yes,
teacher.
Alhamdulillah. Okay, so now we are going to proceed with the compatibility of blood donor and recipient. Alright, student, now we are going to proceed with the compatibility for blood donation and also recipient between those two. Okay, so we start with blood group A. Okay, so for blood group A, individual from blood group A can donate their blood to itself. Okay, and also who is the universal recipient?
AB.
Yes. So it means that it can donate blood to those who are A and also AB individual. individual. Okay, so that's it. So people from blood group A can also receive, can receive blood from its own self, and also who is the universal donor?
Blood group O.
Oh.
Thank you, Miza. Yes. So meaning that individual with blood group A can donate their blood to A and AB, and also they can receive blood from A and O. This is a universal recipient, and this is a universal donor. Alright, we proceed with B. Okay, so individual with B blood group can donate his or her blood to
Itself.
yes, B. And then
AB.
good job. Thank you so much. Alright. So what about what type of blood that what type of blood that B individual can receive?
B and O.
Yes. Why is it O?
Because it's
Universal donor.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so that's it.
Yeah.
Let's proceed with AB. So individual from AB blood group can receive blood from can donate blood to
Donate blood to
AB only.
yes. Thank you, Raiha. Thank you, everyone. Again, individual with AB blood group can receive blood from, it is a universal recipient. So,
all.
Every blood group.
okay, so you can receive blood from everyone. A, B, AB, and also O. Thank you. And then the last one. Okay, so this is a universal donor.
Yeah.
It means that you can donate his blood to.
All.
Okay.
All group.
Good job, everyone.
AB and O.
Thank you. Okay, last. Individual from O group can receive blood from.
Oh, only.
Yes. So that's it. That's it for the blood compatibility. Basically, if you can understand about the antigen and antibody, then automatically you will understand how does this blood compatibility works between the donor and also the recipient. Okay, so is everyone okay?
Okay, teacher.
Alhamdulillah. Alright, student. Now we are going to proceed with research factor. Okay, research FACTOR. Okay, research factor. Teacher, what is research factor? Okay, student. Research factor is just another antigen that can be found on the surface of your red blood cells. Okay, so basically research factor can be divided into two. Okay, the first one is rhesus positive, and then the second one is rhesus negative. Okay, so basically individual with rhesus positive means that they have an extra antigen on the red blood cells, which is known as antigen D. Okay, and then for individual with rhesus negative, on their red blood cells, they don't have any extra antigen. So it means that no antigen D present on the surface of red blood cell. So that's what makes rhesus positive and rhesus negative difference. Okay, so basically the problem is that, so let's say that this is rhesus positive individual and I am rhesus negative individual. So I receive blood from rhesus positive individual. Okay, so rhesus positive individual and rhesus negative individual blood mixes together. Okay, so what will happen is that my body will produce an antigen. My body will produce an antibody. This antibody is known as anti-D antibody. And so after that, the antibody will remain in my body. Okay, so let's say that a week later or a year later, I receive another dose of rhesus positive blood. Okay, so during that time, the antibody is already in my body. So when I receive this blood, rhesus positive blood, the antibody in my body, the anti-D antibody will attack the blood. And what will happen is that it will cause the agglutination of the blood and it can cause death. So far, everyone understand?
Yes, teacher.
Alright, so we are going to proceed with what is the relation of rhesus factor and with pregnant mother. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, students, so now we are going to proceed with the next lesson, which is the relation between rhesus factor and also pregnant mother. Alright, first thing first is that I wanted to name these two individuals as Ahmad and Aminah. Okay, Ahmad and Aminah is known to be a married couple. So Ahmad is considered as rhesus positive individual, and Aminah is considered as rhesus negative individual. So these two couple, this couple wanted to conceive a child, and then when Aminah are able to conceive a child, this fetus, and then the problem arises when the fetus is known to be rhesus positive individual. So what will happen is that basically during the first few months of the pregnancy, everything is normal and everything is okay. But during the last month of Aminah's pregnancy, usually, most of the time, a fragment from the baby blood cells, can cross to the placenta and enter Aminah's bloodstream. So when this rhesus positive blood enter to rhesus negative blood, so Aminah body will Aminah white blood cells, her white blood cells will react by producing anti-D antibody. So basically the first thing is that that antibody will then again enter through the placenta and it will destroy the red blood cells of the baby. But basically during the first exposure of rhesus positive blood to rhesus negative, the anti-D antibody produced is not enough to cause miscarriage to the baby, to Aminah. But then even the baby was born, everything will be normal. But the thing is that the antibody that has been produced in Aminah's body will remain in her body. Will remain in her body. Then again, the problem will arise when Aminah wanted to conceive a second child. So when he conceived a second child, and it happens that the fetus is also rhesus positive, and during this time, Aminah's body already has the antibody. And when this thing occurs, the antibody in Aminah will attack the red blood cells of the fetus, and then it will cause the fetus to die and miscarriage. But in the last series, this whole situation is known as erythroblastosis fetalis. But in the last serious situation, if there is no miscarriage, then the baby will be born. But the baby will suffer from serious anemia and also mental retardation. However, everyone, since the advance of medicals that we have today, this problem can be overcome with by treating the affected mother by giving her an serum that is known as anti-rhesus globulins. So what is the function of this serum? The function of this serum is to stop the production of this anti-D antibody. So when can doctor give the serum to the mother is that after the first birth, after the first pregnancy, the mother can immediately get the the anti-rhesus globulin. So that's it. So everyone, so far is everything okay? And do you guys able to digest everything that I tell you? The erythroblastosis fetalis, the anti-rhesus globulins.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
That's good.
Clear.
Okay, so thank you everyone. So now, since everyone understand on what I have taught you guys, we are going to proceed with activity.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay, students. So now we are going to proceed with our class activity, and we are going to play a fan and pick game. So how does this game work is that first I will arrange the card in front of you guys, and then the first person will pick a card and will read the question out loud. But the first person is not going to answer the question. The one that are going to answer the question is the other person. So that's how this game works, and basically each of you guys will answer 2 questions only. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Alright, so let's get started. Okay, so who is going to be the first person?
Me.
Okay,
Okay.
Nabilah, pick a card. Okay.
Okay, state the blood group that is universal donor. I want Shamil, can you answer it?
Let me think. The universal donor, right?
Yes.
I think the answer is O. The blood group of O.
Yep.
Correct?
Is it correct, everyone?
I think yes. Because universal donor.
Okay, universal donor means that it can receive or it can donate.
It can
You
donate
can
To?
everyone.
Every.
Okay. Alright, thank you everyone. Okay, so that's it. Okay. So the second person will be Shamil. So Shamil, pick a card.
Alright, I will pick here.
Here is the question.
I will read the question. Predict what will happen if the blood group of both recipient and donor is not compatible. Okay, I will ask this question to Miza.
Okay, so the recipient and the donor blood is not compatible, right?
Yes.
Okay, so the thing that will happen is the blood will clump and agglutination will occur, and it might cause death to the recipients. Yeah.
Is it correct, everyone?
I think yes, it's correct.
Okay, yes, it's correct.
Wow.
Thank you, good job. Okay, so the third person that is going to read the question is Miza. So Raiha, your turn.
Alright, so the question is, what kind of injection can be given to a mother that can stop formation of anti-D antibody?
Okay.
So what kind of injection that the mother will take?
Oh, the injection, right? You asked me about injection. I think it is anti-rhesus globulin. Is it true?
Is it true?
Is it true, teacher?
Is it true, Shamil?
Yes.
Yes. Remember properly.
Yes.
Alright.
So to stop the formation of anti-D antibody is by getting the anti-rhesus globulins. Okay, thank you, Raiha. So Raiha, you will ask the question to Khalid.
Okay, the question is, people with B blood group have antigen A and B. True or false?
For B,
Yes.
I think it is false.
Is it correct?
Right.
Yes, the answer is false.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so who will be the okay, Alida, it's your turn. Alright.
Okay, the question. What causes the production of anti-D antibody?
Oh, the production of anti-D antibody. Let me recall. I think it happened when the exposure to the positive results of the blood group that can cause the white blood cell to react and produce anti-D antibody.
Yes, that is correct. As what I have mentioned before. Okay, when the fetus in the mother's belly, red blood cells being transferred from the baby to the mother bloodstream, and then the mother white blood cell will react and will produce the antibody. It's just like a sort of like mechanism to protect the mother's body from yes, foreign substance. Thank you, Iza. Thank you, Shamil. Yes. Very good job. Okay, Shamil, it's your turn.
Let me see. I hope it's a good question. If Ahmad is an AB blood group, what blood group can he receive? Nisa.
Okay, so Ahmad is AB.
AB.
So what blood group can he receive? Right.
Yes.
Okay, so AB is basically a universal recipient. So Ahmad can receive blood from all of the other blood groups, which are A blood group, B blood group, AB blood group, and also O blood group.
Yes, that's correct.
Thank you.
That's
You did a
correct.
very great job.
Yeah.
Yes, it means that every one of you guys understand on what I have taught you, right?
Yes.
Since AB is universal recipient, it can receive blood from everyone. Alright, Lisa, it's your turn.
Okay, this is a 50-50, right?
Yes. Okay, this is the last question.
Okay. People with O blood group have O antigen. Is it true or false, Raiha?
It's false.
Why it is false? Okay, basically, people with O blood group does not have any antigen.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes. Thank you,
Yeah.
Lisa. Thank you,
Good,
Raiha.
good.
Okay, Raiha, it's your turn. That's the last one.
Okay, the question is, Maimuna is an O blood group individual. She can receive blood from individual with A and B group. Is it true or false?
I think it is false because Maimuna is O blood, right?
Yes.
So she cannot receive any type of blood, or she only receive O blood group only.
Yes, that's correct. We will give them a round of applause. Good job, everyone. Yay. Alright, students. So now, I believe that you guys have gained new knowledge, and thank you so much for your participation. And I can see that everyone can understand on what you guys have learned today, which is blood groups of human. And then basically today you guys have learned about the blood antigen, antibody, the blood compatibility for blood donation. You guys have also learned about rhesus factor, which we have rhesus positive and rhesus
Negative.
Okay, thank you. And then you guys can also relate on what will happen if a rhesus positive father married a rhesus negative mother and they conceive a rhesus positive baby. And then the mother body will produce what?
Antibody.
Okay. Yes, thank you so much. So I can see that everyone is very good. Thank you. Alright, so I believe that our today's objective has been achieved, which is I can see that you guys are able to recognize blood group ABO. You guys can correlate the blood group ABO with blood donation, and also you guys can describe about factor and its incompatibility in pregnancy.
Yes.
And then I believe that's all for today's class. But before that, I have made a copy for you guys for your homework, and you can submit it during our next class. Okay?
Alright.
So
Thank you, teacher.
this is Khadida, this is Shamil,
Teacher.
Niza, and also Raiha. Sorry, okay. So that's all for today's class, and I am sorry for any shortcomings during the process, during the learning and during the teaching and learning process. And I guess that's all from me, and thank you. Assalamualaikum.
Thank you,
Thank you, teacher.
Alright, bye bye.